What's going on, gamers? I'm Acheron here, and welcome to a relatively long video. Yes, it's going to be quite a bit long, just because I am recapping my entire year of Honkai Star Rail. I almost said Genshin, in fact. I haven't played Genshin in a while, but it's been an entire year as free-to-play. I don't know if the store reset yet, so there's no way to... Actually, I can prove I'm free-to-play just because of the amount of wishes and stellar jades I have, but yeah, I don't have the this pass. I don't have this stuff. I don't know if it reset, but yeah, I'm free to play. I've been pretty successful for my year of free to play. I actually thought that the anniversary was a few days later, but today, April 23rd, for at least me, I don't know, for me on the EST time zone of the United States, it is the 365th day, login for a total of 365 days, which is a year, and I have right here April 23rd. And you can see right here also, it seems, my longest consecutive login days are 365. I did not know that it tracked that. But yeah, I have not missed a day of Honkai Star Rail, needless to say, as such as the free-to-play grind, which it's, people always wonder, why are you free-to-play? It's kind of just like a self-imposed restriction, right? It's kind of like a challenge, kind of like challenge runs in video games like Dark Souls, Elden Ring, and all that stuff. Now let's get into the actual recap here. Enough of me yapping. I recently recorded a video but never released it, and I don't know if I am because, well... I'm lazy, but I did get my 300th character and I picked Clara, needless to say, because I was missing Clara and Yingqing. I'm still missing Yingqing, and I decided to get Clara because I have Jingliu, so Jingliu is just a lot better than Yingqing, and I needed a physical DPS. So I thought, what better way to show off than my wishes, firstly, because that's what everyone really cares about when it comes to this stuff. And we're actually not going to be here in-game, we're going to be online. Yes, we are going to be on Wish Tracker. If you want to track your wishes, you can go to this site right here. There's also other sites, but Star Rail Station. One thing to know about it is that it only tracks the 6 months previously if you're going to upload stuff, and that's because, let me see if I can find the disclaimer in the game here, but basically the warp history for the game only, yeah, right here. You can check your warp records for the past 6 months. So obviously, if the record doesn't exist, this website can't track it and save it. But I made sure to update my warp stuff a lot. As you can see, I gotta find the actual release date of this damn game, but not like, I need like my time, man. April 26, 2023. Where's my first wish? You can actually check when your first wish was because you have to get Asta. So it was the 25th. So we're 2 days early. I thought so. I thought the 25th was the release date, and we are on the 23rd. So, I'm 2 days early. I guess it's been... Oh my god, there was a leap year. It's a leap year, that's why. Alright, that was a lot of confusion. Now let's actually get to my wishes. So let's start with the beginner banner, because this is limited. You only get 50 wishes. I did not get an early 5-star on this, but I got my guaranteed 50 5-star, and it was a Bailu. Luckily me, I got a dance in these wishes. You also get 10 wishes for the price of 8, which is nice. Now let's get to the real stuff. The standard banner. I've done, it seems, let's see how many, yeah, I've done 356 wishes on the standard banner, and those have all been, Acheron, let's get you, alright, let's stop Acheron from moaning. Back to what I was saying, 356 wishes on the standard banner. These have been from the free Star Rail passes I've given. I have never put a Jade into Star Rail passes, so all 356 of these wishes were from passes that were given to me. From doing just random stuff in the game, right? Leveling up characters and other things like that. As you can see, the first 5-star I got was Yangqing's limited Lightcone at 74 pity. That's right before the pity, like soft pity happens. Soft pity is at 75. Then I got a Welt at 77. Another Welt early at 29. Bailu's Lightcone at 79. Another Welt at 8. Very lucky, early 5-star. And then I recently got Japard at 81. I have an E2 Welt, and as you can see right here, these are 3 Welts, so all my Welts have come from the standard banner. Next up, yeah, I'll do the Lightcone banner, just because there's a lot to talk about for the character banner. But as you can see, look at all that green. I was extremely lucky on the character banner, or the Lightcone banner, and the character banner. But the limited Lightcone banner, I was extremely lucky. I wished on Xuan's. I won my 75-25. And got her Lightcone at 62 pity. I wished on Black Swans like a few months later. Like, I don't really wish on Lightcone banners, but I started to recently. As you can see here, February, April, April, and then before that it was September of last year. But I got Black Swan's Lightcone. I won the 75-25 again on 69, and then after that I wished on Acheron's Lightcone banner and got another 75-25 win. And as you can see, I got Acheron's banner at 25 pity. After that, I wanted to get Jingliu's Lightcone, so I decided, you know what, let me get Jingliu's Lightcone. 4 pity in, I get Jeopard's Lightcone. I lost my 75-25. No, don't worry. 9 wishes after that, I get Jingliu's Lightcone. I was extremely lucky. So lucky. I mean, the 75-25 is kind of nice, right? So maybe I wasn't lucky in that aspect, but these early pities, oh my god, I was lucky. Now on to the big one. Look at all this. Look at all this right here. Okay. Wow. I did 846 wishes. Let me see what I did for the others. 50 wishes, obviously. 356 right here. 169 right here. And 846 on the limited character banner. So let's start at the beginning, I guess. I got my Seele. I won my 50-50 on Seele's banner and got her at 79 pity. Very happy about that. I didn't go for a Lightcone. Her Lightcone's pretty nice for a lot of characters. I think it's best in slot for her and Yang King, or Yang Ching. Yang King. He's not the king anymore. He ain't too good. And then after that, I don't know if I made this a video or not, but I decided to wish on Jingyuan's banner. And I said, if I get Jingyuan, I won't get Silverwolf. And if I lose my 50-50, I'll get Silverwolf. Well, I lost my 50-50 on his banner, and I got a Himeko. An early pity, at least, early pity 47, but I lost my 50-50, which was a blessing in disguise. That was unlucky for me, but my god, my luckiness just went through the roof after this. The next banner I wished on was Silverwolf's banner, and I got her at 76 pity, so just above soft pity, but I also had it guaranteed, so it wasn't anything special. But after that was Kafka's banner. I think Locha had a banner in between these two that I skipped over. But Kafka's banner was after that, and I got Kafka. I won my 50-50, and I got her at 21 pity. Just so lucky. Just so lucky. Then is Xuan's banner, and Xuan took me a little bit to get. I lost my 50-50 at 79 pity on her banner. Also, why did I do a lot more wishing on Kafka's banner? I think it was the Sampo. I wanted Sampo is why. I have him E6 now. Xuan's banner, I lost my 50-50, got a Bronya. Is it really a loss when you get a Bronya, right? That's the only Bronya I have also, so I'm happy I lost my 50-50 to her. And now I use her for specifically my Jingliu team. But yeah, I lost my 50-50 at 79 pity. Just above soft pity, and then I got an early 5-star and got Xuan at 65 pity, guaranteed, no 50-50. After that, I wished on Jingliu's banner, and I got her at 79 pity, so once again, just a little bit above soft pity, not an early 5-star. I won my 50-50, and then after that, I wished on Topaz a bit. I think I wanted Luca, or maybe it was Guinaifen. I think this is the first time Guinaifen was on a banner, and I wanted a Guinaifen, because I stopped, as you can see, I stopped wishing right here after I got a Guinaifen. And then I decided, I don't know why I went for Huohuo, but I did. I think I have a video of me pulling her, but I never uploaded it. But I got her at 81 pity. Pretty bad, 81's getting up there, close to 90. But I won my 50-50, so can I complain? After that was Ruan Mei, and look at that pity. Won my 50-50, got her at 33 pity. Oh my god. Ruan Mei is one of the best characters in this game. I am so happy I got her, because I wasn't thinking about getting her, but my god, she's amazing. Next up was Black Swan. I wished on Black Swan. Once again, I won a 50-50, got Black Swan. How many 50-50s have I won so far? Like, come on, in a row, let's see. Win. So that was how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I won 5 in a row. Lucky me. I got Black Swan just before soft pity, 74. So technically this was, quote unquote, an early 5-star, in a sense. It wasn't soft pity. Then I went for Sparkle. These banners were back to back, so I'm really lucky here because I wouldn't have enough gems to get them. And I won my 50-50 to get Sparkle just above soft pity. So I hit soft pity, and then 1 wish later, bam, a Sparkle. After that was Acheron, and we lost the 50-50 again. As you can see, 41 pity in. I lost my 50-50 and got an Himeko. I think I have E1 Himeko. Let me check. Yes, I have E1 Himeko, and that is off the limited 5-star banner alone. But it's no problem for little Acro. I got an Acheron, 75 pity, and guaranteed, but still, I got my Acheron. And you know, later I decided to wish on her Lightcone, and I got her Lightcone also. So yeah, needless to say, I'm pretty lucky. My 50% win rate we have right here is 70%. I have an average 4-star pity of 8, which is the average. If you're any lower or any higher, you're either luckier or unluckier. You should be at 8. As for 5-star pity, it varies because they're so rare and there's a lot less data, but mine is 64, so relatively lucky. That means I am below soft pity. And the rest of this is, yeah, I have 13 5 stars from this banner, 107 4 stars, and, ooh, this is a big one right here. 135,360 stellar jades have been used on this banner, but that also is because of the warps, right? So these are the equivalents right here. These two are equivalent. So that's that. That's the warp history section of the video. Pretty darn long, but you know, I had to flex a little my F2P luck on you guys, and at the end of the day, you gotta think, what's the difference between swiping the old credit card and just being super lucky like I have been? Well, I guess the difference is I didn't have to spend money. Anyways, I guess I want to show next is just quickly my character Eidolons. Obviously, I don't have Eidolons for 5-star characters other than like Welt and Himeko, but Black Swan is 0, Acheron 0, Pela is E6, Huohuo is E0, my Bailu E0, Kafka E0, Welt E2, Ruan Mei E1. She's a pretty good character, as I said. I don't know. Her E1 looks pretty darn good too, so maybe she's an E1able character. Dr. Ratio, I got this free Dr. Ratio from the thingy, you know, when they give him out for free. So I have him E0, Seele E0, Jingliu E0, but S1 with her Lightcones. Same thing for Black Swan and Acheron. I have S1 with their Lightcones. Sampo is E6, Tingyun is E6. Tingyun was really good in the beginning of the game. I got her E6 really fast. So, you know, I was lucky in that regard. I don't use her anymore. Xuan E0, Guinaifen E1, Den Heng E6, E0 on Silverwolf, Asta E2, Bronya E0, Clara E0, Herta E6, which, I mean, no surprise there. You get a bunch of free Hertas for just doing the simulated universe. Serval, I have E4, which is unfortunate. She's pretty good with, especially like, yeah, as you can see here, 30% more damage for having enemies shocked with the E6, but I don't have that. E6 on March 7th, E6 on Qingque, E6 on Trailblazer, both fire and physical. E6, not E6 on Sparkle, I wish, oh my god. E0 Sparkle, Himeko E1, Xuan E3, which is nice, her E1 is really good. Don't use her so it doesn't matter. Natasha E4, Gallagher E4. I actually used my free 5 or 4-star selector from the event that just happened to get another Gallagher, even though I should have probably gotten a Joie because I don't own her yet. E5 on Lynx, almost E6. Luca E4. Luca has a pretty good E6, I think. This looks really good on paper. I don't know how good it is because I've never really built him. Hanya, I have E0. Hook, I believe. Oh, I don't have her E6. I have her E5. Japard E0. I just got my first Japard on the standard banner. Yukong E0. Misha, I have E3, and Arlon, I have E4. I just wanted to show the Eidolons off because I'm not going to show every character's build as I don't have them built, and some of them don't really have notable builds, or I just put garbage on them, right? Now it's time for me to go over all the characters that I do think are notable and to go over my Black Swan. I have her E0 S1. As you see, Lightcone traces are maxed out. I actually maxed out a lot of characters' traces, or invested a lot into them, which was kind of a waste of resin, or what's it called? Power. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I did. Relics are alright. I mean, there's really no point in going through her relics because we can see her stats from the stat menu, but I'll go over them. I have her on 4-piece, what do you call it? Deep confinement thingy, and then 2-piece pan cosmic, blah, blah, blah. Here are her actual stats. 136 speed. She has a lot of crit damage. No crit rate. Literally not a single subset in the crit rate for the relics. She has 4k attack, really nice, and then here's all the other stuff that you don't really get to see. Most notably here is her, if I can find it, effect hit rate. She skills off effect hit rate. I should probably get some more effect hit rate, but the problem is I don't have a good effect hit rate chest from this set, so she's on attack for that, which is why you know, her attack is at 4,100. On to Acheron. I also have Acheron E0S1. They said, all the YouTubers were saying, hey, Acheron has a big damage difference between her, limited Lightcone and free-to-play versions. So I was like, you know what? Let me go for it. My Acheron's pretty nice. She, standard Acheron build here. I don't know if the attack is okay or not, but she's basically 3,500 if you're rounding. Speed 101. You know, I have her on slow Acheron, so she hits hard with that ult, but she doesn't go often. She has a pretty nice crit rate. I like to aim for 70% crit rate on all my characters, and she's just hitting it. I think the relics help her out in that department, though. And she has 157 crit damage. Trace is maxed out. I'll go through her relics right now because there's a lot of improvement that can be done on her relics. As you can see, the crit value on this headpiece, not there, right? We got 5.5% crit rate. Her gloves are pretty okay, you know, could be better. We rolled into break effect a few times, which is fine. She does break a lot because of how her ultimate works. Not a bad substat anywhere here, right? All these are useful and contribute to her damage. Crit rates, chest, problem is there's no crit damage on any of the substats. I have basically 3 useless substats here. HP, which it rolled into a lot. Defense, which it rolled into twice, I think. Here, actually, we can see right here. Yeah, we rolled into HP 2 times, defense once, and break effect once. So, pretty bad piece. Boots, because we don't have to go speed, we can, you know, it kind of helps a bit. We get that attack boost, and we have a lot of substats that we are missing, right? You know, this effect hit rate is useless, and these 2 rolls into HP are useless. Those could have gone into crit or something else, you know, attack or something like flat attack or maybe even break effect at that point, right? But you know, there's a lot to be improved upon. And let me see here. Yeah, the crit rate is increased for this character when enemies are debuffed. So her 70% crit rate isn't too bad. Onto her 2-piece planar ornaments, and I have her on what is this stuff called? Izumo, Gensai, and Takama, Divine Realm. It's the new set. It's pretty good on her, so I thought, you know what, might as well use it on her. And a lot to be improved upon here. Luckily, I didn't roll into HP or defense at all, even though it's on there. But I'd rather have, you know, crit damage somewhere here other than one of these stats, right? But the crit rate there is nice, I guess, but this definitely can be improved upon. And the same thing with the attack rope. Like, technically, yeah, we have crit rate and crit damage, but we rolled into defense 3 times and crit damage once. So, like, is it really that good of a relic? Not too much. Next up is my Pela, who is on the, I think I just recently, like a few days ago, I decided to make this S2. Yeah, enhance this Pearls of Sweat to S2, Superimposition 2. But she's E6 as we went over. Traces, not too maxed out. I maxed out her ult. Obviously, that's where she does her damage reduction. And I don't know if I should max out her talent or not. I don't know if like this, like the 1 extra energy, because I get 0.5 here and then 0.5 from leveling it up again. I don't know if that 1 extra energy actually affects anything. So I haven't gone through the leveling it up. Details, there's really not much to look about. You should probably run your Pela super fast, but also with a little bit of damage. I have her at 145 speed. Which is nice. We hit that, I think it's 140 breakpoint. I don't remember, but it's up there in the 140s-ish. She definitely hits that breakpoint, though. Her stats really don't matter. Light cone, blah, 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 relics don't really matter. I originally had her on 4-piece hacker space, but then I realized her ultimate doesn't affect allies, so that was stupid. Her relics aren't really that leveled up fully. Like, as you can see here, I'm lacking speed, but I already hit the speed breakpoint, so there's really not much of a point, other than if I wanted like more effect hit rate, but she has enough effect hit rate. And over here, too, I don't have her thing maxed out, which technically I could get a little bit more damage out of this, but I don't really care. My Pela does one thing, and that is reduce defense, and she does it pretty darn good. And Pela's also nice because she has this right here. Where is it? Yeah, you increase all your team's effect hit rate by 10%. So when you run it with people like Kafka, Black Swan, or any dot character in general, that helps with that. Although I don't really find myself using her with Black Swan and Kafka. I do use her with Acheron, but not Black Swan and Kafka. Next up is my Huohuo, and that Bailu Lightcone I got in the standard banner, that went to her. I maxed it out to level 80. Nothing too special here. My Huohuo has a lot of HP and a lot of speed. She also hits that 140-ish breakpoint. As you can see, she has 146 speed. None of this really matters. Blah, 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 blah. I guess the outgoing healing boost matters. Lightcone, we already went over. Traces, not maxed out. This 8% effect hit rate isn't going to do anything for me. I mean, she's only at like 14% right now. Yeah, 14.3%. So this extra 8% isn't going to do much for me. Plus, her skill/talent has like a cleanse on it. So I don't really need this node. And I don't really find myself dying unless I did something really dumb. So leveling up these to the extra level aren't really going to do anything for me. As for relics, I have her in 4-piece hacker space because unlike Pela, her ultimate actually affects her teammates. And I have her doing two things. She needs HP and she needs to be fast because I want to get more turns in. Now the problem with her being so fast is basically one of these traces right here is basically useless. When the battle starts, Huohuo gains 1 stack of her passive like talent thingy. That is basically useless because she's normally the fastest one on the team, but it doesn't matter. 4-piece hacker space, nothing special here. She's built for HP speed, 2-piece fleet of the ageless just for that extra HP percent, and she gives a little bit of attack percent to her allies because she reaches the damage or the speed threshold. My Bailu, she's not even notable anymore, although technically I should. This is one thing to note, is I should superimpose this, but I don't want to, because this is one of the event Lightcones, one of the 2 event Lightcones that are in the game so far. But Bailu, there's nothing special on her, so I guess the traces I can show. Yeah, those are her. Because she was the first character I got 5-star wise. She was and I was also in the late game. Healing was kind of a useful thing. You needed healing. You didn't really know how to sustain that well. And Bailu allowed me to, for most times, run solo sustain instead of duo sustain, which was kind of meta at the beginning of the game because we didn't have strong enough characters yet. Only problem with Bailu is she doesn't have a cleanse, so that sucks. On to my Kafka here. My Kafka, I don't really know how to talk about her because I don't know what the proper Kafka build is, but I have her also at that 140-ish threshold for speed with that 3800 attack on a free-to-play Lightcone. This is the Herta shop Lightcones at super in position 5, fully maxed out. I guess I'll just show this stuff. I wish I had a little bit more break effect on her. Apparently she has a lot more than I thought. Why does she have so much break effect on her? Oh, it's because of it's because of the Lightcone. I was like, she was at 74% break effect. I have her built for attack, not that. But yeah, I also have her on 4-piece prisoner in deep confinement because that's like the go-to DOT set, and also 2-piece space healing station for the extra attack boost. I'll go through her stuff real quick. Pretty okay thing right here. I'm not too bad. This is like a pretty good relic. Let's see this one. Pretty good relic again. That's where a lot of that break effect's coming from too. Pretty good relic here. Pretty good relic here. No bad stats. I mean, this crit rate is kind of useless. It doesn't help the dots. Let's see. Could be better. I'd rather just attack roll into something else, but I can't complain. And right here, let's see. Yeah, this defense is kind of bad. And same with this crit damage is basically useless. But it gets the job done. Her dots land, so that's all that matters. And she does big damage. I have gutted my Welt. He's E2. Lightcone doesn't really matter because it's whatever I need on him because I don't use him. So he has just garbage on right now. Let's see his relics though. Yeah, his relics are whatever. They're not really notable, but it does look like he's actually doing pretty darn good because he's at 60% crit rate, 132% crit damage, but he's not, and he's at 127 speed. So it looks like he's kind of built, but not built, and that shows in his relics. He is kind of built, but not built. Same with the traces. I actually was building him because I knew Dr. Ratio was coming out, and I was thinking, oh boy, let's use 4-piece imaginary set. Well, a set came out that is more useful for Dr. Ratio now, so that didn't really matter. Ruan Mei, my queen. I love Ruan Mei so much. I love Ruan Mei so much. I have her E0 with a free-to-play Lightcone super in position 2. Can I superimpose this anymore? I can, but I'm probably saving this in case, another character comes out that needs one of these, and I might need 2 of them at once. Memories of the Past is a gacha Lightcone. It's not like technically a free-to-play Lightcone, so you can only get it through wishing and getting lucky. As for her, I have her super duper fast. I have her at 155. I don't know if there's a breakpoint. I think the next breakpoint after the 140-ish one is 160. She doesn't reach that, unfortunately, unless I give her some sort of speed boost. But it doesn't really matter. She does her thing. I am, as you can tell by that 155 speed, I am running a fast Ruan Mei. Break effect is at 145. I think the threshold for her thing is 120 break effect or 150 break effect. I don't know. So reading this, it's actually 180. So I am not at the max break effect for her, just one of her bonus abilities. So as you can see, her traces are pretty good. I maxed out everything. I should probably max out her basic attack just because most of the time she's using her basic attack, she uses her skill and then she basic attacks for the rest of the time. So this little extra damage might be helpful. In reality, it's not going to be, but it would, make me happier. For her relics right now, I have her on 4-piece Thief of Shooting Meteor. I want to get her over to the new 4-piece. this right here, the Watchmaker Master of Dream Machinations. And I'm farming it because I want to get a good set for Acheron, but I haven't gotten any good pieces that would go to Ruan Mei yet. While I'm farming my Acheron pieces for the Pioneer, I happen to get the Watchmaker pieces also, which can go to my Ruan Mei. And hopefully one day, after my Acheron is God maximized crit rate, crit damage, I'll also have a decent Ruan Mei set. But I have her on 4-piece Thief of Shooting Meteor, and I have her on Von Whack. Not really for the energy regeneration, although sometimes it does come in handy and useful. I have her because I want her to be fast, and I want her action advanced forward, which on the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because her talent or her technique makes her, basically puts her skill off, or does her skill for her. So there's really no point. I guess I have it for the times where I'm not using her technique. I'll go through her stuff real quick. As you can see here, we rolled into break effect hit rate, speed, a little bit of attack. I think I was about to say, we rolled into all of this here. Hands, let's see what we're looking at here. A little bit too much effect resistance. Defense is okay. I don't want my supports to die. Break effect, once again, is good. The speed is good. Then we just have a defense body here, because I don't want her to die, and there's really nothing you can get on these stats right here. Like none of these main stats really matter, so I might as well go for a defensive one. Maybe we didn't need the crit rate rolls. I would rather these crit rate rolls go into break effect, but can't complain. I have her on speed boots and lots of defense here. Effect hit rate. I'd rather this all go into break effect, but that's okay. So I definitely can improve upon for her boots, but none of these stats are technically bad. I mean, the effect hit rate is, she doesn't need effect hit rate for anything. Well, her orb is a fire orb. But it's Von Whack and it has break effect substat, so that's why I have it on her. This is a really bad orb. I mean, we got 2 rolls in the break effect. So it's not too good. Same thing with her rope. It's Von Whack, and that's the only reason it's on, because well, I mean, the defensive substats are kind of nice, but she isn't gonna die. I'd rather have this roll in the break effect. But the energy regeneration rope is nice. On to my Doctor ratio, the Veritas ratio. He has a... You could almost make this only a teeny bit more perfect. There's so little that you can improve upon for his crit rate, crit damage. Look at this, 1-to-2 crit ratio almost perfectly. 75, 151. Oh, beautiful. I have him at 141 speed. I don't know why he's so fast. I don't think I have him on... Yeah, I have him on 2-piece imaginary, 2-piece follow-up. I have given him Yang Qing's Lightcone that I got off the standard banner at the very beginning of the game. I don't know if it's that good on him, but hey, I was like 5-star Lightcone, not using it on anyone else. Might as well give it to him. My Doctor ratio isn't the strongest. He could use a bit more damage, but it's whatever. He does the job, as in I don't use him anymore, so does he even do the job? Who knows? If I ever find an enemy that's only weak to imaginary, maybe I'll dust him off and pull him out again. Honestly, looking at him, I didn't know my Doctor ratio was still this well built. I'm being real here. His traces are almost maxed. Probably never going to max them because I just don't use him. Which is kind of unfortunate because he was free and I do have him pretty well built. I'll go through his relics real quick. As you can see, E0, by the way, I think I already went over that. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, only good rolls. Obviously, I'd rather this attack roll go into crit rate or crit damage, but that's pretty darn good. Same with this. Like, all right, can I complain about the speed? I got him to the 140 breakpoint. I think it's 140. If it's 141, I'm also there, so it doesn't matter. Look at this. Chest, beautiful. Boots, we have him on speed boots, of course. Also, yeah, crit rate, body with a crit damage substat. Speed boots. As you can see here, we rolled into HP a lot, but we also got crit damage. So the only way this could really be improved is if I got like a crit rate substat here too. But I haven't farmed this domain. Like this domain is paired with the dot domain, and I haven't farmed it anymore because I've been doing this domain right here. Which honestly, if I get a good set, I could put this domain on ratio. I'll probably give him Acheron's leftover set. And then for 2-piece, I have him on 2-piece Space Sealing Station. He meets the speed requirement, obviously. He has the imaginary, what is this, orb? And, there's only like one bad roll here that went into defense, but pretty good other than that. And right here, we got one roll into everything. So yeah, my Doctor ratio, he's pretty darn good. Is my Seele even notable? She kind of is. She has 64% crit rate, but I run her with Xuan often, so she gets like 10, 12-ish extra crit rate, so she's above 70. She's around 75-ish with that. And crit damage is pretty darn hard, and that's, I think, because of this, well, no, the crit rate. This actually gives crit rate. So her crit rate is extremely low then, if the Lightcone, the free-to-play Herta Lightcone is giving her crit rate. Traces maxed out. I recently did this. I don't use Seele that much anymore, so, and she's also not that good, which is probably part of the reason I don't use her anymore. Other than, yeah. She has her stuff maxed out. She's on 4-piece Quantum. Relatively good pieces. This break effect is kind of useless. Not useless, because, you know, I often run mono Quantum, so, you know, she's breaking a lot of the time. Her and Serval do a lot of the breaking. But, like, you know, we could have rolled into crit rate, crit damage here. This effect hit rate is useless. She has nothing to affect hit rate with. Her hands, let's see. Hands are pretty darn good. HP, meh. But the attack, the crit rate, the crit damage, will take that. Body, I have run crit damage body. And we only got 2 rolls into the crit rate, which is unfortunate. But, you know, you take what you can get. This HP, defense, HP, all that stuff, not too good. But I guess my Seele won't die as hard. I have her on attack boots. Seele, one of like the very unique things about Seele is that she has really high base speed. She has 115 base speed. So like the first breakpoint is, I believe, 120. So you're only 5 speed off hitting that 120 mark, which you can see my Seele is hitting that 120 mark. Let's see here. Yeah, these rolls, painful to say the least. You know, we got 2 rolls into defense when we could have had a few rolls more into crit rate or crit damage. I have her on 2-piece Rudolent Arena because it's a pretty darn good thing. And actually, it doesn't activate unless I run her with Xuan, because you need 70% crit rate. So yeah, I'm 99% of the time I'm running her with Xuan. Actually, not even 99%. There is no exception. I am 100% always running her with Xuan. But this is an okay piece. This is where I get my speed so that I get her to that 120 breakpoint. So I can't complain here. But there's no crit rate, or there's no crit damage. There's a little bit of crit rate. And this break effect is kind of meh. Attack, we'll take it, right? Can't complain there. This rope right here is okay, you know. We rolled into crit damage a bit. You know, you see that double digit, triple digit because of the decimal, and you're like, oh boy, yeah. You know, you just can't complain with this piece, I guess. Yeah, a little bit of defense. I guess my Seele ain't gonna die. But yeah, as you can see by looking at our relics now, that's where we see the lacking crit rate. And E0, of course. Next up is my Jingliu with an abysmal 27.2% crit rate, but obviously, if you know anything about Jingliu, that doesn't matter. I have her E0. As you can see, and S1, as we saw, I recently got her Lightcone. Look at that beauty. Is she tweaking? Oh yeah, she's tweaking. Before I had her rocking this Lightcone, I was actually having her rock this one, this free-to-play Lightcone. The I just put that on Clara now, because I recently got Clara off the free 5-star selector. Detail-wise, you know, I think you can see what really matters here is her speed is 136, so we hit that 134 breakpoint, or is it 133? I think it's 134. Either way, we hit that breakpoint. And that allows my Bronya, when I do want to, I can put my Bronya -1 speed behind her. Normally, right now, I think I have my Bronya at 120-ish breakpoint. But yeah, all the useful stats are here. Big crit damage, right? And I think a lot of that crit damage, yeah, is coming, or some of it is coming from her Lightcone. Traces, I have her maxed out minus her basic attack, because most of the time she is skilling. The only time she's basic attacking is if I mess up something with the skill points. Relics, I have around 4-piece Quantum because it's not too bad, and it's pretty darn good when the enemy is Quantum weak. And a lot of my Quantum pieces go to her, and they're kind of like split between her and Seele. I think I give Seele my good ones, and then Jingliu gets like the scraps, which is kind of funny because Jingliu is kind of a better character. So yeah, I'll go over stuff real quickly, I guess. As you can see, we rolled okay. You know, we got a few rolls into HP, but we got a lot of crit rate, crit damage there. Same right here. We ain't got no crit rate, bleh. And we rolled into defense. Kind of a bad piece. Effect hit rate matters for her technique, but at the same time, her technique isn't going to be guaranteed by this 3.8x% crit effect hit rate. The attack percent is nice. Ever on a crit damage body, crit rate substat. Didn't roll too much into that crit rate substat. In fact, yep, we did 1. We rolled 1 into everything. Speed boots, of course. We want her to be a little fast. And it helps when I have her with Bronya. We got a lot of attack percent here. No crit rate. And that, once again, 3.8% effect hit rate, which isn't going to do anything. But we got 17.4% crit damage, which is pretty darn nice. As you can see right here, like, there's a lot of improvement that can be done on these pieces alone. And then I have her on 2-piece Rudolent Arena. I think this set came out when she came out. And it was kind of like for her. It's good for other characters like Seele. I have run an ice damaged one, and it's not okay. There's a reason it's not locked, right? And that's because of this, well, a lot of rolls into defense. But we got crit damage there, oh boy, and attack percent, and attack, flat attack, oh boy. Yeah, much to be desired on this piece. I don't farm this MOC or MOC. I don't farm the simulated universe anymore, so it's going to be like this for a while. But you know, I hope one day that I do get a crit rate, crit damage, ice boost, Rudolent Arena piece. And for her rope, yeah, once again, like it's not too good, right? Seele's, maybe I should give her Seele's honestly, because I don't use Seele anymore and I do use Jingliu. But I need that 6 speed anyways. Although, yeah. I need that 6 speed, which I can get off of Seele's quantum one, but it doesn't work because she's not or Jingliu isn't quantum. So yeah, we got basically the good stats here are the speed, the attack, and the crit rate. No rolls in the HP, it just happens to be there. My Sampo, he is E6. He's been gutted of all his relics, so there's nothing much to show. Yeah, I got him on. I have him Space Stealing Station. Like, you can look at this, I guess. But he's been gutted. I had him on 4-piece. What is this called? Eagle for a little bit, and other stuff. The only thing really important about him is, hey, I have his free-to-play Lightcone, Superimposition 3, which doesn't really matter because I could get it to S5 if I wanted from the free stuff. Big thing here is I maxed out his talent. His ultimate is 1 off being max, and his skill is 2 off being max. I don't really use Sampo anymore. Basically, I gutted him and put his stuff onto Black Swan. So he's gone now. He's not really, I can't really use him because I don't have enough pieces. Tingyun, let's switch back actually. Where's my Sparkle? Where is Sparkle? Yeah, let's switch this before I try and use Tingyun again. I don't use Tingyun. I tried to use her in the new MOC just for fun. Didn't work out too well because I got Clara and I wanted to use her with Clara. So my Tingyun, funny enough, has a pretty darn good crit rate, crit damage ratio. She's pretty darn fast also. Her light cone, is whatever I put on her. Normally it's dance though. I don't have a good refinement dance either. Her talents I haven't maxed out. As you can see, I haven't really used her since I've gotten a lot of the good supports like Bronya, and stuff like that. Who else? I guess Sparkle's very recent. I don't know. I just kind of stopped using Tingyun because I don't really need a Tingyun for my dot comp, which I've been running since I've got Kafka. I've always been running a dot comp since I've got Kafka, and then I'd run something with like Jingliu for my other side, which would use Bronya, not Tingyun. So yeah, there's much to be decided on my Tingyun. I mean, she has a level 4 relic. I'll go through it. I'm not even going to talk about her relics. I mean, here, you can just look at them. They're okay, right? There you go. Yeah, I have her E6 too, which is very nice. On to my Xuan, who also has a pretty darn close crit rate to Tingyun, honestly, that 3573 right here. The ratio is good. The numbers aren't. I have her at 133 speed. Very sad I don't have her at 134 speed, because if I did, I'd hit another breakpoint with her. Her relics are maxed out, so that isn't going to change. But I have her E0 S1. I see I have her Lightcone. Her Lightcone's pretty darn useful. And I have her E0. Her Lightcone is very, very, very useful. Honestly, I'm being 100 with you, especially in like stuff like MOC. I can't say that I have a relatable Xuan to people that don't have her Lightcone, because her Lightcone is pretty darn good. And I can say I'm free to play because I am free to play, but I can't say that I have a relatable Xuan. I have her at level 79. I think, yeah, this is where I get my characters. She's the first character I have that's level 79. You know, I was thinking, she'll eventually get there. She's not getting there. I don't really run her in the overworld anymore, but I don't want to waste the match to get her up there. So she's just going to stay there. So, you know, you can look at her stats. The only thing that really matters is, look, a lot of HP, 9,116 HP. She could have 1 more speed, and then she'd be a lot more useful. I can go through her relics real quick, I guess. I run Fleet of the Ageless 2-piece for that more HP increase and the speed boost to teammates. She at least hits the 120 mark, so she gives that speed boost to teammates, or attack boost to teammates, not speed boost. And then I have on 2-piece Guard of Weathering Snow for the 8% damage reduction, and 2-piece Longevous Disciple. Just mixing and matching, because she doesn't really have a proper 4-piece, so it's like, you know, might as well just do the useful 2 pieces. And yeah, there's her relics if you want to see them. They're not too important. My Guinaifen, I think I gutted her. She has pretty nice relics. Let's see. Good. Yeah, her relics are okay. But she has no light cone on, so that's why her attack is so low. And her speed is low also. I think I gave someone else her boots. So yeah, I guess I can't really show off my Guinaifen. I like Guinaifen. She reminds me of Yoimiya, and Yoimiya is like my girl. Well, now there's a few now. Now there's Mona, there's Yoimiya, there's Nilu, and I like Farina. Like, come on. There's too many in Genshin. But I've kind of like stopped using Guinaifen, but I would use her in my Kafka dot teams before I I got more characters that I started using in my Kafka dot team. Now, like, the core of my Kafka dot team is Kafka and Black Swan, and maybe sometimes, most times actually, Ruan Mei. I guess I can show her Eidolons are there. And I'll once again just go through her relics real quick if you want to look at them. They're not very too darn good. But talent-wise, or trace-wise, they're up there. Also, did I show Xuan's traces? They're almost max. I should max this one out just because it gives like 1% less damage and a little bit more healing, but it doesn't really matter. Her ult doesn't really need it, nor does her basic attack. She doesn't do that much damage. Anyways, back to Guinaifen. Her traces are almost max. I'm not going to max them because there's really no point. I don't use her anymore, but you know, she gets a little bit more break effect and more damage on her ult. Dan Heng, not in Bibiter Lune. I do not have Dan Heng in Bibiter Lune. I just have normal Dan Heng. He is not built, so I think I'm just going to skip past him. Is he built? No, he's not built. I'll show you his Eidolons. Yep, E6. And then his traces are as is. On to another notable character, Silverwolf. Yay! Silverwolf is amazing. Pretty darn good character. I don't use her that often anymore. There's just other teams I like to use, but if I'm going to run Mono Quantum, she'll be in there. She has to be in there for it to work. I have her on the second event Lightcone, or this technically is first, but it's one of two. There are currently 2 limited time event Lightcones in this game, and this is one of them. This was the first, and it was basically built for Silverwolf. It was pretty darn good, actually, so I still run it on her. She's at 138 speed, so she has that 134 speed breakpoint, and I should build her for DPS. Like, I should build her relics for DPS, but I don't. Her traces are nearly maxed out, minus the basic attack. And relic-wise, we'll just go through it real quick. I have her on 4-piece Genius of Brilliant Star Set, the Quantum set, and then 2-piece Fleet of the Ageless. I don't know I have her on that. Just for the extra boost to teammates, I think. That's why I have it on. So, I mean, yeah, good crit rate, good crit damage. There's a little bit of crit damage here. There's effect hit rate because she needs effect hit rate. There's some crit damage, some speed there. Speed, main stat, crit rate, you know, a little bit of crit rate, I guess. Some more effect hit rate, which is useful. Quantum with some crit rate, crit damage, and effect hit rate. Very good piece. I'll take that. Thank you very much. That also might be why I have her on Fleet of the Aegis. Attack percent right here. And not energy regen, because I don't think energy regen is useful for her. But nothing useful here. Literally, like, I guess we have break effect in case she breaks, and a little bit of flat attack. But yeah, I love my Silverwolf. I don't use her that often. I don't know, I kind of just don't like her anymore. Odd crit rate, crit damage right here. 13% crit rate, 96 crit damage. I should build her for DPS with, like, prioritizing the threshold on the effect hit rate needed to get her stuff to proc. Asta. Apparently I have my Asta built. This is a very old build because I haven't used her in a very long time. I haven't used her in months. Lightcone, she's on a level 75 S1 dance traces. Almost there. I have her talent almost up, which will give extra damage. I don't use Asta anymore, so I'll just talk about her. But yeah, she's pretty darn well built, honestly. Lightcone, dance relics, 4-piece hacker space, although as you can see, one of them isn't even up to par. I think I was trying to build her for DPS with her crit rate, crit damage, like get her damage up there along with her speed because she's at 141, so she's hitting that breakpoint. But I never did. I never decided to go through with her because I got other supports and stuff. I'll go through her relics needless or nonetheless. But yeah, I have her on the 2-piece Fleet of the Ageless and then 4-piece hacker space, and she is E2. Next up is Bronya. I have her right now at 126 speed, so she's just hitting that 120 speed breakpoint. Hopefully she's slower than most of my DPS. Is she slower than Seele, even though I don't run her with Seele? No, she's faster than Seele, but it doesn't matter because I don't run her with her. Most important thing about Bronya is not her crit rate, of course, but her crit damage, and she's at 185.4% crit damage. That's basically the only stat that matters. I guess there's like HP and defense, so she doesn't die, but that's it. And I have her on the S5 free-to-play Lightcone from the Memory of Chaos shop. The thing that gives you 32% more damage to a teammate when the wearer uses their skill. Which basically means, yeah, she uses her skill, so her teammate definitely gets the turn next. And so that person just has 30% more extra damage. Traces, they're basically high. I mean, I don't have a need to upgrade or buy this, or this. None of that really matters. Maybe her basic attack matters for like rotations and stuff. Relic wise, I have her on a mixed matches stuff. I have her on that broken keel with 18% crit rate, 2% or 2 speed here, and 22% crit damage. Yeah, okay. Did I say crit rate? I meant crit damage. 18% crit damage here, 22% crit damage here, which is good, right? That's what you want. And then It just is a mixed match of whatever has the highest crit damage. This happened to have the highest crit damage. This happened to have the highest crit damage. This happened to have the highest crit damage, which doesn't make sense because body pieces can be crit damage. Yeah, body pieces can have crit damage. I don't know. I'll have to fix that. I hope my Sparkle has a crit damage body piece. There we go. Yeah, crit damage body piece on my Sparkle. And then we have 15.5% crit damage here. And my Bronya is, of course, E0. Bronya is awesome. I wish I could get her Lightcone or her E1 for the skill point recovery, because I need that, especially when I'm running her with my Jingliu team. I somehow managed to run out of skill points because I'm bad at the game. Next up is Clara. As I said, I recently got her. She has a bad crit rate, crit damage ratio. I have her on the free-to-play Herta Light store, or free-to-play Herta store Lightcone at S5 for destruction. She's pretty darn slow. She's getting 10 extra speed off of, I think, one of her. Yeah, right here. This thing rolled like only in a speed, basically, and one attack. Traces, I don't have them leveled up fully because I just got her, and I don't really know if I'm going to commit to her. Maybe if I really need like a physical DPS, I will. But as of now, I don't. There's always like an enemy that has some other weakness that I have a DPS for, so there's no point in putting Clara there unless I really wanted Clara. Relics are, they're okay, right? I wish I had a better crit rate, crit damage ratio, but it is what it is. Relic-wise, it's just a mismatch of whatever worked. But I did try to get the 2-piece follow attack up in there, or follow attack set in there. So I did. So we just go through them real quick. And this one rolled into too much HP, which is kind of okay because Clara needs HP because she is being targeted a lot, but I'd rather have crit rate, crit damage. Pretty good piece here. You know, we rolled into defense once, unlucky rubber ducky, but we got that crit rate, crit damage, and some attack percent over there. This piece I'm not mad about because Clara often does end up breaking. That I'm not mad about this break effect. I am mad about this defense though. But at the same time, once again, Clara's getting attacked a lot. That defense isn't too bad. But, you know, honestly, I'd rather just have all these rolls going to the crit damage instead. Obviously, we don't run her on speed boots because you don't want her going fast. But look at that. Look at all that crit damage right there. Dang! Lots of crit damage, break effect, some flat attack. Thumbs down on that. I wish that flat attack went into crit rate. That would have been nice. But pretty darn good boots overall. I can't complain. Onto her orb over here, and yeah, this orb is pretty darn bad. I just couldn't. This is like the best physical damage boost orb I have in my entire account. I've been playing for a year. This is the best physical damage boost orb I have for Clara. Right here, there it is. At least 5-star. I kind of delete all my 4 stars, so I wouldn't know. And the rope is pretty darn good, you know. Can't complain. I guess we did 1-1-1-1-1 again, but I mean, I got some crit rate, crit damage out of the rope. I can't be too mad there. Next up, I don't really know if I should show my Clara. I guess I will. I have her E6, as I said before. She is built like this, very slow, with a lot of crit rate. Too much crit rate, too little crit damage. Man attack, light cone. I have her. I think this is a gotcha light cone. But it has her on it, and it's erudition, so I was like, all right, I'll put that on her. Don't know how good it is. Traces, I don't really have maxed out at all. I really only throw her in for, what is it, Pure Fiction. If I'm struggling in Pure Fiction, I'll throw her on a team, and it will go a little bit better. But I don't really use her often, so I only have her talent leveled up. I could definitely upgrade her more, and she'd be better, but, it is what it is. I have around 4-piece of follow-up set. Let's see if these are any good. That's pretty darn good. That's a pretty good piece. That's an okay piece again, yeah. I mean, it's good, I'd say. This piece, I'll take it. I mean, there's some rolls into defense, but also some rolls into crit damage, and you only have 1 crit stat in the substats, so I'll take it. Boots, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, we got the crit rolls a few times, you know. Some HP. The effect resistance is useless, though. Ice damage boost over here. No crit damage, only crit rate, but it's a bit of crit rate, so we'd take that. And this, as you can see, I have a 4-piece here, or a 4-star here, but it has crit rate, crit damage, so I put it on. So yeah, I have her 4-piece follow-up set and 2-piece space sealing station. Next up is my Serval, and I'm not going over Serval because she's not built, but yeah, here you can see she's E4, and Traces, she has a little bit, I loaded up her Traces quite a bit. March 7th, I also don't think I'm going to go over because she's not built properly. But, hey, she has a lot of defense. She's pretty fast enough. She has Jeopard's Lightcone on that I recently got from trying to get Jingliu's Lightcone. Traces, they're not too high leveled up. Relics, I mean, I'll speed run through the relics. I have her, as you can see right here, I have her E6, and I'll just quickly speed run through the relics. Yeah. I think I had her on a effect hit rate body until I got your parts Lightcone. And then we have this and this. So I have the 4-piece defense over here with the 2-piece defense for the Planner's Ornament set. How much effect hit rate does it give? It only gives 24%, which I don't think is enough. Onto Qingque, or Qingque, I think her name is pronounced. I'll just show her real quick. I mean, there's really nothing to show about her. Like, as you can see, she's not built. She's not built at all. But I have her E6. So there's your little Acro's Qingque preview or show. Next up is my Fire Trailblazer. I don't use Physical Trailblazer, I only use Fire. And I have him built for my Acheron team. I actually don't know. Let me check his relics, yeah. March 7th stole all his relics, so I guess I can't show off his build, but he is, of course, E6, because you get those for free. Traces are alright. I should level up the traces a little bit more. When I am doing MOC, I really don't bring my Fire Trailblazer in for a sustain, like a solo sustain, because Trailblazer Fire, they just can't do it. They can't do it. Unless you're going through really fast, they can't sustain. Like, they can sustain for a few cycles, maybe a lot of cycles, but it's just not enough. But it is really nice to have Fire Trailblazers like Taunt for a debuff on their skill, which is a debuff, and then also running Trend of the Universal Market, which puts another debuff for Acheron. Next up is my Sparkle, and let me do a little PSA to all of you out there. Run your Sparkle at 160 speed. Do not do what I'm doing. Yeah, I have a lot of crit damage, but I need 160 speed. You want your Sparkle to be at 160 speed, to say the least, right? But I have a lot of crit damage on her to kind of make up for the fact that I really should be running her at 160. But I'm not. I'm running her at 135, so she hits that 134 breakpoint. She has no crit rate because she doesn't need it. She only needs crit damage. And that's basically the only stat that matters. Here, I'll show this once again. Yay. Lightcone, I have her on Dance. Wish I had a few more Dance Dances in my inventory. As you can see, all of them are at Super Imposition 1. Traces, everything is maxed out, kind of. I don't have her leveled up enough to get to the 75 and 81. This HP doesn't matter, but this crit damage does matter, because that would get me to 200% crit damage. But yeah, Traces, pretty darn leveled up. Relics, it's just a mismatch of whatever with the broken keel to give the extra whatever. Does she even meet the... I don't know if my Sparkle meets the requirement for... Oh, she does meet the 30% effect hit rate requirement. Or not effect hit rate, effect resistance. Her 4 pieces are just mismatch, and her 2 piece is broken keel. I'll go through them real quick. We have 2 speed here with 18.7% crit damage. 7 speed here with 5.8% crit damage. Crit damage main stat, so, you can get the max of 64.8%. Speed boots with 11% crit damage. Defense percent orb, because, well, what else am I going to run on my support, right? I need her to survive. So defense percent orb with 17.4% damage, and it's also a broken keel. Energy regeneration rope with 0% crit damage. Pretty darn good. Sparkle has a really good rotation. I don't have her Lightcone. She has a really, really solid rotation. She's just a really good character. She is an extremely good character. Her rotation is so solid. It's one of the nicest for me to use. Because I don't sweat too hard. I mean, sometimes I sweat, but it's just really a really good rotation, especially if you're running the energy regeneration rope right here. And Sparkle is like my last character I have built, I believe. Let me check my Himeko. All right, yeah, my Himeko, she's at... my Himeko's kind of built. I'll go over her. She's at 50% crit rate, 120% crit damage. She's built specifically for her follow-up attacks in Pure Fiction. Her Lightcone is the Seriousness of Breakfast at S5, because it's a free-to-play Lightcone. I could get as many as I want. Traces, they could be better, especially her talent, because that's where all her damage comes from, or that's where her multiplier is for her follow-up attack. So I probably should level that up. But relic-wise, I have her on 2-piece fire, 2-piece follow-up attack. They're not actually fully leveled up. As you can see, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, and one's at 15. So I'll go through them real quick. Yeah, some nice crit rate, crit damage here. Same right here, crit rate, crit damage. Crit rate, crit damage, but at least I have it as a sub-stat. But I mean, could have used a little bit more crit rate sub-stat rolls. Some of that went into HP, as you can see. Attack percent boots with no crit damage sub-stat, only crit rate, which is fine. Break effect is kind of nice, because sometimes she does end up breaking, but I'd rather someone else break, honestly. Fire damage boost orb on the 2-piece Inert Still Soto, because of that, what do you call it? Oh my god, I just noticed this. Inert Still Soto has crit rate threshold of 50%. She is just at it. She's at 51.2%. But yeah, it increases follow-up attacks and I believe ultimate damage of the wearer. So yeah, her orb has no crit damage with a little bit of crit rate. Her rope has crit rate with no crit damage. Some speed, which is okay. I don't know what her speed is actually. What is it? Her speed is 100, so I don't know what breakpoint is there. I only know the 120 and above breakpoints. And then after that, technically in my Xuan, it has stuff, but you know, she's not built fully. And then Natasha, Gallagher, Lynx, Luca. Oh, let me also mention my Himeko is level or Eidolon 1. I already mentioned it, but I wanted to mention it again. But yeah, the rest of these characters aren't built. And I don't really have a reason to build them. So I probably won't unless, like maybe Luca. Luca does seem fun. If I get him E6, I might build him because I kind of just want to do some super duper awesome mega breaks with him. Alrighty. Well, Acheron eats, I think that's a peach. That is the end of part 2 of this video, and we're like, well, we're an hour and 18 minutes in when it comes to recording. I don't know how this is chopped down to, but let's go over a little bit more of the collector things, and then I'll go through like achievements and stuff. So next up is just Lightcones. This is going to be a very quick section. I have the Herta Lightcone S5, all the Herta Lightcones S5. I have the On the Fall of an Aeon, which is the Destruction one, Cruising in the Stellar Sea, which is the Hunt one, Solitary Healing, which is the Nihility one, and I believe there's one more, yeah, right here, Texture of Memories, which is the Preservation one, which I might be running on my Xuan if I didn't have her Lightcone. The non-free-to-play Lightcones I have are Jingliu's Lightcone, which we went over, Sleep Like the Dead, which is Yang Qing's Lightcone, Acheron's Lightcone, Along the Passing Shore, Black Swan's Lightcone, Xuan's Lightcone, Japard's Lightcone, and Bailu's Lightcone. Other than that, there's not really notable. There's two notable, I guess, a few notable ones, but the two notable ones that are like kind of limited edition are this limited edition one from Silverwolf's event, and then I don't know if this one's actually limited edition or not, if I can find it. I don't know if this is limited edition or not, or limited time. I keep saying edition, but limited time. But it might be limited time. But this was when Huohuo came out and you had the Fictional Garden event. But that's still up, so I don't know if you can get this in part of that event or not. I could superimposition this to 5, but I just don't feel like it. I had the materials, I'd rather just save them and have them in there for fun. I do have a few 4-star Lightcones. As you can see, I have rows of them, but most of them are kind of like the not good ones. I do have 4 dances down here. Well, I have 1, 2, 3 that are actually on characters. So maybe I could get one to superimposition 5. You can never have too many dances. I'm being real. Same with resolution shines as pearls of sweat. I need more of these. I have a few of them. Yeah, I have 3. So I could technically get this to S5, but then I'd have no more in case I wanted to use one on another character. I wish I had more Goodnight Sleep Wells. Do I have any more of them? I have 1 more Goodnight Sleep Well. Goodnight Sleep Well is a really good Nihility Lightcone if you don't have like a character's what do you call it, signature Lightcone. If you got it at S5, it's really darn good for most DPS characters. Unfortunately, I don't have an S5. I have 2 of them, and neither of them are superimpositioned. Ruan Mei is the Gacha Lightcone. I talked about this already. But yeah, it's I wish I had more of these so I could just S5 it for my Ruan Mei. But at the same time, I wish I just had Ruan Mei's Lightcone. The Trend of the Universal Market, I think I could superimposition a little bit more. Yeah, I have 4 of them in total, and 2 of them I can bind for my Trailblazer's Lightcone. I could have more of these, or I wish I had more of these just so I could superimposition this is a 5 safely, but I don't. Swordplay is kind of doo-doo. I guess it's good for some characters, but it's like there's a lot of better options. Same with the Seriousness of Breakfast. There's not really a lot of good like cheap or free-to-play erudition Lightcones. This Lightcone's okay. This Lightcone's pretty darn good for what I can get when it comes to Harmony. It's good for my Bronya specifically. Like, if you have a Bronya, this is probably the best free-to-play Lightcone you can use on her. This Lightcone, it's whatever. I don't need to really use Natasha. Same with this. I mean, I already talked about this one, but I don't use this Lightcone. I don't use Bailu, so it doesn't matter. Gallagher, this is a free-to-play Lightcone, and I might S5 it if I build Gallagher, because this Lightcone is for Gallagher, but I don't know if there's like a better one for him. So I'll have to think about that. I do have Quid Pro Quo. I think this is also a free-to-play one. I used to run this on my Bailu. I think there is a character that you can run it for if you need like certain energy requirements, I believe. I forget though. This is a free-to-play Lightcone. It's okay. This is also a free-to-play Lightcone that I had on my March 7th today until I just leveled up the Japard one. This Lightcone I've never used. Maybe I did because it's level 50. But it's meh. 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 And the rest of these I don't even have experience with, really. I don't have any good destruction Lightcones, I'm being real, other than Jingliu's, because I just got that. I don't know. If I do get another destruction character, I'll have a problem with that, because like the Lightcones they have for the destruction path aren't too good. I also wanted to go over all the materials I had just to show them, kind of like for reference on what I have. So I'll go over them quickly. There's nothing that really is special. I mean, yeah, I have like 13,000 silver main badges that I don't need. These items are the items you need to craft things. I don't know if I'm missing any, but I think I have them all. I'm slacking on some of them, like the gratuity points, but I don't really know what I even need them for, so I'm being real, it doesn't matter at all. Here's all the consumables I have, just a quick little look around. I have a lot of garbage. I don't really use consumables ever anymore because I don't need to. My characters are strong enough that I don't need consumables. And I believe this is all story mission stuff. Yeah, it says right here mission stuff. So here's just some mission stuff that I have, and then valuables. Oh boy. These are currencies for the worlds. I think, do I not have any of the clocky stuff? I guess I don't have it on me, but there's another currency for Penacony. That should be right here, and it isn't the Ideen tokens. This is a different currency. Here's the birthday cake for the first year. I put my birthday, like my actual birthday, so this game, I won't be getting the second cake for a while. And here's like how you buy the free-to-play Lightcones. I have 2,333 of these. I don't really have a need to buy a free-to-play Lightcone, so I just kind of keep these. Next up, I wanted to go over my achievements, just to show, kind of like for reference what I have. I guess we'll start with, what is this? The Rails Unto the Stars. I don't know what's in here. I'll just scroll through them a little bit slowly so we can see them, and if anything pops out, I'll talk about it, but I don't think there is anything that pops out. Yeah, there's nothing that pops out there. Let's see. Eager for battle. There's 122 of these. I'm not going through all these. I'll scroll a little bit faster. Because I am looking, there is like one that says like highest crit damage ever achieved. So I do kind of want to find that one, but I'm not seeing it because it will say right next to where it's completed, the number. One of them just loaded in. But yeah, these are all my achievements here. I have 114 out of 122 for this one, this section. Vestige of Lumen Flux. I have 12 out of 12. Alright, I'll go through this one really quickly. There we go. I don't know what this is. Universe in a Nutshell, 70 out of 107. Capture Trotter 66 times. I'm one off. I am one off getting that. Okay. I know there are a lot of like kind of quote unquote secret / hidden achievements that are only for certain characters, so obviously I'm going to miss a lot of those, but I'll just keep going through these until I get to the end or find something that actually looks interesting. I'm going with these are all just like these achievements are just like I don't want to say do something because technically every achievement is do something, but it's like kind of miscellaneous things. The next one is Glory of the Unyielding, and I have 9 out of 12. What am I missing? Defeat Stagnant Shadows 400 times. I'm almost there. Defeat Stagnant Shadows 800 times. I'm not almost there. Complete Caverns of Corrosion 800 times. I'll get there eventually. Alright, Moments of Joy. Is this for? I don't know what this is for, but I guess I'll go through them. Oh, this is the login for the amount of days. I know that. So, yeah, that's very interesting. I mean, the only interesting thing here is the 365. All right, the memories we share. I have 56 out of 68. And I'll just go through these real quick. You can see when I completed them, I guess. These won't change, but I just want to get them and show them, kind of just like for logging it, like kind of like a memory. And then we have the Trailblazer one, which is 22 out of 22. I don't know if this changes or not, but it's here. Now I gotta find where my highest crit damage is. Here it is, Annihilation. My highest damage, I guess it's not crit damage, but my highest damage is, let's see, let me count here, 1,447,358, and that was 100% done in the simulated universe. For sure. So those were my achievements, and next up I wanted to show you my kind of like story / mission progression. As you can see, I have quite a few left, but the best way to look at this is the Fates Atlas. So I'll go to the start. I'm not missing anything here. This I am missing. This is Mundane Troubles, I believe, is Dr. Ratio's quest, like when he came out, but I just haven't done it. Haven't gotten to it. I liked Ruan Mei's. I did Ruan Mei's. I don't know if I really liked it, but I did Ruan Mei's, and I just never got to doing Doctor Ratios. Everything else, let's see. Yep, complete. I'm missing some little side quests here that I should maybe do. In case if I need some stellar jades, I guess I'll do them. I am missing. It's one of these characters. Clouds leave no trace. I don't know who that is, but it could potentially be Kafka's. Maybe. And then I just never did the Arum Valley event. I just never did it. Let me see if it's still up there. Hold on, or in my thingy. No, it's not in my travel log anymore. But yeah, I just never did the Arum Valley thing. I say Valley, Arum Alley. I didn't do that, but I should do that. Other things I'm missing are... This is definitely, yeah, I was going to say, this is Sparkle's quest. I don't think I finished Black Swans. And there's a few side quests that I haven't done. Okay, yeah, I completed the most recent quest, story stuff. And then it's to be continued. So that's my story progression, you know, I'm missing a few things. I keep getting these, will these red dots not go away till I do them? I guess not. The red exclamation marks. Next up, I want to show my simulated universe progression. I guess I'll go through here first. My Herta store I've maxed out. I've bought in like 1 or 2 of these Serval passes off this stuff. There will likely be a time where a new Lightcone comes into here, and then I'll have to start saving for the new Lightcone and also the superimposers. The ability tree I've maxed out for the normal simulated universe, and I guess I can go over the index right now. But there's blessings. The blessings I'm missing are for the most part interplays, I believe, for the other parts of the simulated universe. There might be one that isn't an interplay, and I believe that's on the erudition, or it might be on the yeah, I think it's on the, no, it's right here, it's on the elation. I don't know what this is, but I'm missing it. I haven't claimed it. Some of these I've seen before, I just never claimed because they're bad. Yeah, I'm missing one right here. I'm missing a basic one for the propagation too, it seems, and I've seen this one before, but I've never picked it up, and the rest of them are interplays. And yeah, there are 3 erudition right here that I just don't have. 3 blue ones. Occurrences I'm missing. I can't even show what I'm missing, but because it's all question marks, but I'm missing 20 of them. Curios I'm missing a few. This one I know I'm missing. I'm never getting this one. I do not want this one. This one is bad. I don't know why I'd ever get this other than to get the 30 gems. This one's pretty good, I heard. I've never gotten the erudition racks. I don't think I've ever seen it. And I can't really say the other things. Like, I haven't seen this one. I don't know if I've seen this one because it looks like, yeah, it looks like this one, so I don't know. I think this one's from an occurrence, but the others I don't know. So I am missing 11 curios. On to the, I guess we do Swarm Disaster first. Trailblazer Sequence, I'm missing some stuff. I don't even know. Yeah, I'm 80% done with that. There's also all this stuff over here that I get rewards from. I'm missing these things. I'm missing Elation 2. Yeah, it says right here. I'm missing Preservation 1, Elation 1, Preservation 2, Elation 2, Abundance 2, and that's it. And then I'm missing a lot of Stellar Jades over here. I actually forget how all this works, but you get Jades for doing all these things, and I'm missing a lot of them. As you can see, there's a whole thing I'm missing. So that's my progression for the Swarm Disaster part of the simulated universe, and then golden gears. I'm missing a lot for the golden gears. Am I missing any die face? Yeah, apparently I'm missing like 23 die faces. Or is that 33? 33 die faces. Die customization, I'm missing a few of the die themselves, and some of them are locked because I have to do things for them. Neural network, I don't have maxed out fully. Am I even halfway? I'm a little over halfway, but yeah, it's definitely not complete. Golden gears, like this story stuff, as you can see, 14 out of 28. I am not I'm halfway done with it. And then there's this final chapter. I don't know if this counts towards the 14 out of 28, but yeah, I am a little lacking on my stuff here. And then there's also like the overall rewards for doing the die faces once, and then the path stuff. And then there's the conundrum things, beating a higher conundrum, and things of this nature. But yeah, that's my simulated universe progress. Next up, I wanted to show all my chest unlocks in the area. I guess it also counts trotters and lordly trash cans. But as you can see here, the base zone, I got 8 out of 8. Storage zone, I got them all. Supply zone, I got them all. Seclusion zone, this is kind of like a new area that came out with Ruan Mei and Dr. Ratio. I did not get them all. And Year Elo 6, let's see. I think I have everything done on Year Elo 6 except for one area. Administration zone, yep. And it's Pillars of Creation, no? Old Weapons Testing Ground, yeah, I'm missing one somewhere here. I think this is the area for, yeah, this is for the battle area. Everything else is maxed out. Is the Anjo Lofu? I'm maybe missing a few. I got these. Fictional Garden, yes, I'm missing 2 in Fictional Garden. I'm missing 2 treasures. Alchemy Commission I've finished, and Skill Gorge Waterscape I've finished. The only place left is Penacony, and let's see. And the Reality Riviere, I'm missing 2 chests. Let's see, is it 2 chests? Yeah, 2 treasures. Golden Hour I have maxed out. Dream's Edge, I'm missing a Warp Trotter, a Lordly Trash Can, and 5 treasures, so 7 in total. Child's Dream, I'm missing 2 things, a Lordly Trash Can and a treasure. The Riviere Dreamscape, I'm missing a lot of things. I'm missing 12 things in total, and they are all treasure chests. Dewlight Pavilion, what am I missing? I'm missing a Lordly Trash Can, a Warp Trotter, and 5 treasures once again. Wow, and that's in the Dewlight Pavilion. Clock Studio, Themes Park, this is a new area, and I cleared it out because I needed gems for wishing on Acheron. Not gems, jades. I still call them gems. And yeah, that's kind of like my map progression in the game so far. Next up, I wanted to show like my map, what are they called? The shops progression. Oh, apparently I didn't progress fully in the shop, Herta shop, but the shops with like the currencies, because whenever you get stuff or do a quest, you get a currency for that area. And then you can go to the shops. For Penacony, they changed to the Clocky statue instead of like a actual shop. I guess I need to spend, do I have the last reward? Alright, I have enough for the last reward. I'll just buy whatever. Is this a, oh, I should have checked if it was good or not. It's purple, so it won't be good. But there we go, yay! Claim. And now we've maxed it out, but I still technically have 2 more things to get. Let me check the next thing is Year Elo 6, and it's in Boulder Town. Or do I even have to go? Yeah, it says right here, current progress, all levels of required rewards have been claimed, and all limited items have been reclaimed or claimed. Let's see if it says that for the Xianzhou's Lofu's one. Yep, it says all level rewards have been claimed, and all items have been claimed. For the Xianzhou Lofu, it's the Strails, and for the, what is it, for Year Elo 6, it's the, shields. And then it's not the Adine tokens for Penacony. I think it's like these clocky buck thingies. Let me go to the clocky statue. Clocky credits is what it's called. But if I go up to the clocky statue here, as you can see, I am at level 25 out of 35. So I'm missing what? 40 jades. So I'm missing a whole wish worth of jades. But I need to collect the clocky credits and pay him to get those jades. Oh yeah, I think I want to talk about one thing. I haven't used a self-modeling resin. I think I'm missing a self-modeling resin because I forgot to do an event. That happened when Loocha came out. And I'm also missing jades from that because I didn't get the jades either from that event. But I might be missing 1 self-modeling resin. I've never used them because I don't really feel the need to. I'm hoarding them like I hoard the Crowns of Sagehood. No, not Sagehood. They're not called that anymore. Crowns of Insight from Genshin. I've just never used one in it because I don't need to, right? So I don't really need to use these, so I won't. And it's RNG if this has good or the resin you make has good substats. So there's really not a point unless you want like a energy regeneration rope, which is very rare. The last thing I want to show, I believe, is the data bank. The data bank is kind of a recap of a lot of the information I've already talked about, but it shows the Lightcones I'm missing. These are all 5-star Lightcones, and then these down here are the swipey dipey Lightcones, the what is it called, battle pass, the battle pass Lightcones down here. There's also factions. I have all of the factions found out apparently. They're cool, I guess. The Annihilation Gang that got off-screen by Acheron, I believe. Yep. The creatures, I've seen every single creature this game has to offer. Oh boy. What's the Dream Jolt Troop? Okay, that is just, what do you call it? Enemies from Penacony. But yeah, here's all the monsters in case you want to see them. Here they are, all 84 of them. I haven't actually done Argenti's quest. That's one of the quests I'm missing. I've only found him in boss fights. The Aeons, or Eons, there's all of them, I guess. Akavili, Nanook, Lan, Noose, Zipe, 9, or IX if you want to be goofy, Klapoth, Yoshi, Ouroboros, Aha, Fuli, Idrilla, I don't know, Tazy Ronth, maybe, Mythos, and whew. Character-wise, the only characters I'm missing are limited time 5-star characters, Jing Ching, and Zhuyi. I don't really want any of these characters. If I were to get one, I kind of want Blade or Locha. I have enough sustain, so I don't need Locha, but I'd like to run dual DPS Jingliu Blade, like a Jingliu Blade team. The problem is, as I said, there's not many good destruction light cones, so I don't know if I get Blade, like maybe I'll have to go for his light cone. And also Firefly's coming out, so maybe she/he will have a good light cone, or they'll have a good kit that I can run with someone else. Relic wise, yeah, who would have guessed? I found every single relic in the game, all the 2 pieces, all the 4 pieces. In terms, I guess there's a lot of terms in this game. Ruan Mei's a term, apparently. I don't know who Polka Command is. One of the Genius Societies. I guess one last little thing to show is I have 1,087 jades in my pockets right now. I have 60 Undying Starlight, and I have 4,936 Undying Embers that I am going to spend on nothing, because I spend them on the monthly resets of things, and sometimes if I need trace mats for my characters or light cones. I have 1,358,000 credits. But yeah, that's kind of like a recap of my 365 days on Starwell. As it said, I have had exactly 365 days right here. This is my 365 days of login. This video is definitely not going to be out by then because it is 10 p.m. and I have to edit 2 hours worth of recording. But yeah, I really just wanted to show what my account looks like after a year, fully being free to play. I don't know, that might change if I'm free to play or not. I can't change that. It's been free to play so far, so I wanted to show what it looked like. I was relatively lucky. Like, the thing that makes my account stand out is all the 5 stars that I've gotten, all the early 5 stars, all the 50/50s I've won, all the late cone 75/25 I've won. That's really what makes my account stand out. And I was kind of like, you know, what's the difference between being lucky and just swiping the card? I hope you enjoyed, and if you got to the end of this video, please do like it. I mean, you watched it all? Wow. I don't even know if I watched this thing through. It's so long. But yeah, please do like, maybe subscribe. I do release Honkai Star Rail content whenever I decide like uploading. Sometimes release other things, but right now Honkai Star Rail is my main thing. And yeah, I hope you have a good day or night. See ya.